This podcast is brought to you in part by Russell Lands, Coke, Buffalo Wild Wings, Southern Immediate Care, Guaranteed Labels, Central State Bank, Sunrise Docks, Banker's Bounty, Dr. Thomas Dudney, and the Green Monster Fishing Light. Now, back to Bubba on the Lake.
B-U-double-B-A on the lake, hey. Wishing I could listen to the show every day, hey. Gotta hear what Bubba and his buddies gotta say on B-U-double-B-A on the lake. In the mellow yellow studio, putting on a show. Betty say, what? She always on the go. We got Hunter Bus sitting at master control. Don't wanna miss a moment, cause Bubba's got the flow. B-U-double-B-A on the lake, hey. Wishing I could listen to the show every day, hey. Gotta hear what Bubba and his buddies gotta say on B-U-double-B-A on the lake, hey. B-U-double-B-A, hey. B-U-double-B-A, hey. B-U-double-B-A, hey. B-U-double-B-A on the lake, hey.
Hello again, friends, neighbors, and associates everywhere. I'm your semi-retired, mostly washed-up host, formerly of the Rick and Bubba Show, and now your host for Bubba on the Lake, or also known as the People's Podcast. Welcome back to the Mellow Yellow Studio. Glad to have you along. We have a lot going on. Want to remind you, our website is bubbaonthelake.com. You can shoot me an email, bubba@bubbaonthelake.com. And, of course, our message line, 308-244-5253, or easier to remember, 308 Big Lake. Well, we're glad to have you along, everybody. Hope that you are doing good. How about that warm weather? Boy, I'm glad to see a little bit of that. I don't live under the fantasy that spring is here, though, because it always gets cold around Easter. So there may still be a cold snap out there, but I sure am enjoying these 80 degrees that we're having here at Lake Martin. Man, it's awesome. Really awesome. Look, we got a great show for you today. Now, our guest is going to be somebody that they're not famous on radio or TV, but they're just a friend of ours, and they're a very, very, very funny person. Kirsten McCorkle. Her and her husband, Ryan, are good friends of ours, and Kirsten used to be a former tennis partner of mine in mixed doubles, and we had a lot of fun playing together, and we won a few games and had a lot of fun with that, and we'll talk more about that. But she's dropping by, and Kirsten is a lot like Meg Bryant that was here last week. All I have to do is just say go, and they talk, and they're entertaining, they're funny people, and that's kind of what this podcast is about, just having a conversation with somebody and enjoying it, and I think that you will enjoy it also. Still a lot going on in the world. Operation Epic Fury is continuing. That is still going on, but Iran has been greatly crippled militarily. So they're gonna throw a few haymakers out there and try to land something. No doubt you're gonna have some of these crazy lone wolf terrorists try to do something. That's you're gonna have that. Can't do nothing about it. But overall, they have been greatly hindered in their effort to export terrorism. So that's very good. I know the gas prices have gone up. We knew that would happen. That's going to always be the case when the oil suppliers are under duress, or the big oil companies think that there's any reason they can gouge you. Trust me, that plays in too. Don't kid yourself. So anytime they can scream, hey, trouble on the world stage, they will raise the price. Oil does not need to be $100 a barrel, and it doesn't need to be $30 a barrel, because at that point, people quit producing it. It's just not, they don't make any money with it. So when you hear on TV that oil is $60, $50, $60, $70 a barrel, that's about right. Leave it in that range. It's worth for people to go out and do the job to bring it to us. It's affordable at the pump, $2, maybe $3 a gallon, somewhere in there. And They make their money. You can survive with that. Everybody's happy. When it gets too low, they quit. They quit looking for it. They quit pumping it. They'll cap their wells and wait. And then supply goes down, so the price goes up. The flip side, if the oil is trading at a high volume, $100 a barrel or more, our price goes up. So we need it to stay in that 50 to 70 range. And I'm not an oil expert. I'm not a trading expert. I just know from history it works better when it's in that range. So, and our president knows that, and they'll be fixing that as we go. There have been some disruption to supply. And once all of those get back online, Venezuela included, you will see the prices drop this summer dramatically, I think. Should, as more suppliers get online, I mean, it makes sense, right? You have more supply, and the price will go down, and we'll have a great summer out driving around. But until then, there's going to be it's going to be a little belt tightening there a little bit. I have a diesel truck I like to drive. It's a Ram dually, and boy, when I started to fill up the other day, golly, usually I could fill up, if I was close to empty, maybe $100. I stopped yesterday and I was filling up, and I glanced over at the pump and it was going just as fast as it could, and it was already at $120. And I said, I'm just going to stop it right there. I need that fuel, but I'm going to play the game and not buy as much, and hopefully it'll go down by the time I run out. Sometimes you just got to do that, right? All righty. Well, we will get started here with Kirsten in just a minute. Thank you for being a part of Bubba on the Lake.
1, 2, 3, 4.
We'll be right back.
On the water or off, experience lake life to the fullest at Russell Lands on Lake Martin. Grab a latte at Brew 63, linger over lunch at Fanny's, or take in a Lake Martin sunset at Kalijah Restaurant. Whether you're here for the weekend or you've made your home at the lake, Russell Lands is where community and the land come together. To learn more about upcoming events, visit russelllands.com. Come see what lake life is all about.
What a matchup we've got, folks. Just nonstop action. The energy is electric and the fans are all in. An intense game like this calls for a Coca-Cola. Ah, crisp and refreshing. That's a game changer. Yeah, that taste scores every time. And just like that, they're back at it. Passionate fans and an ice-cold Coca-Cola. Now that's a winning combo. No matter the team, no matter the sport, everyone knows fan work is thirsty work. Enjoy a Coca-Cola.
Just got that new boat? Let Sunrise Docks protect your investment with Swift Shield boat covers, Neptune boat lifts, and easy ports for your personal watercraft. Plus, they have composite decking that stays cool, designed with your feet in mind. Sunrise Docks is always first in quality, first in service, and first in customer satisfaction. Right off Highway 63, your Lake Martin headquarters, with 2 barges and the most experienced boat lift crew on the lake. Sunrise Docks is your lake life expert. Call 256-392-5200.
We're back, and we have a very special guest visiting us in studio today, an old friend, Kirsten McCorkle.
Hello.
Kirsten, how are you?
I'm great. How are you guys?
We're glad you made it today.
Well, it's so good to see you in the flesh.
Well,
in the flesh.
We haven't seen you much
I know,
over the
we
past
text, we
20
call.
years or something like that.
Well, I mean, I was around when your kids were little. Where have y'all been?
I know.
Yeah.
Well, it just when the kids come along, it's hard
I know.
to maintain friendships, isn't it?
It is. It is. But we're going to do better.
We saw y'all because we all played tennis when our kids were. They even played. So,
Yes.
So
Yeah. Yes.
And Kirsten used to be my tennis partner.
Yes.
Yeah.
We won a state championship and almost won a sectional championship, but we won our matches, didn't we?
We did. And I was telling Ryan, my husband, earlier, I was laughing about, I said, how many meals did I have with Bubba? Breakfast before a tournament where I would get down to the hotel restaurant and he would be there with cups, whatever cups you could find, coffee cups.
Oh, and you were doing strategy.
And you know
The salt
me,
and pepper
I'm so ADD.
stuff.
Yeah. Nothing. I was retaining nothing. And he was going over strategy about here's where we're going to be at the net and here at the baseline. And I was thinking the whole time, I'm not going to remember any of this. And I just want to eat breakfast.
I know.
But it was so funny, though, because you had this whole game. And I was like, he knows that I am ADD.
Yeah.
And that I'm not going to, but I would just nod.
Kirsten, you did very good.
Well,
you did
This
very
is the
good.
reason I never played with him as his wife. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
Well,
I just couldn't
and-
take it all. Yeah.
Well, we did play together a couple of times and did real well. So don't make it out like I'm impossible to play with.
No, you are.
But
playing with your spouse is not.
it is. That's
It's not
hard.
ideal.
Because I want to go home with someone that loves me.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
I mean, I really do.
Yeah, and we all like to win.
And you got me in trouble, probably the worst trouble I ever got in, because we were partners, and Betty and Ryan were partners.
Oh,
Which,
yeah. That was not
in
a good day.
Let me be clear. In tennis, okay, let's be clear. I know there's a lot of odd things going on out there in the world today. This was tennis partners.
Oh, yeah,
And, and we got paired up in a tournament, so we had to play each other. And I knew that was bad. It was just going to be bad. And Kirsten, you and I were probably a little ahead of them in tennis skill. Ryan, much more athletic than me, but when it came to the tennis game, I think we were a little ahead of them. And we were winning, and you got to laughing at them hysterically at the net every time they messed up.
Set this up, though.
And I said, Kirsten, you're going to get me killed.
I don't remember. I mean, I remember us playing because there are pictures, but I cannot remember
Kirsten,
any of the
you were
details.
obnoxiously laughing at them when they messed up.
I think, well, what was so bad about that day, we had played all that. We got there early, and this was like, we had to play y'all at like 6 o'clock that night. Or something. It was so weird. And y'all,
I think we went
could
to
have
eat
waited.
and then came back.
Sure, and we're all morning people.
We
you know.
could have waited and played the next morning, which would have been better. You know what I mean?
But we needed to get it done so we could
Y'all
move
just
on.
wanted to get it done because y'all, y'all just were pushing it, and I'm like, whatever.
We weren't
I mean,
stressed.
I hate to cuss right here in the morning.
Well.
I've clearly not had enough caffeine
Yeah.
for this conversation.
Me either.
But anyway, but yeah, y'all just push, and then laugh, and blah, 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 you know. So
I said,
anyway.
I said, Kirsten, quit laughing at them. You're going to get me killed.
And-
Betty's going to come over that net with that racket, put it on my head.
I mean, I can't remember which tournament that was.
Oh,
but
I don't remember it.
You
So-
got
It was
us
at Pelham
in some-
Racket Club.
You got us in some situations.
It may have been one of the Rick and Bubba tournaments.
It might have been. I think it might have been.
I
don't know.
remember
It
one of
wasn't
those.
anything-
I think we did
Yeah.
a couple. We played together in a couple of your tournaments, but I remember one in particular. He said, "Hey, let's play together. Okay, that'll be fun. You know, no stress. It'll be fine." We show up. I think it's the first match, and we're playing. I don't know if he was a coach of a junior college team, and one of his
Girls.
players, who were 5-0, level 5-0.
Oh, yeah.
And I said, what in the world is this? What is this? It felt like bullets coming across
I
the
know.
net. And I
Yeah.
was in no way prepared or at any tour.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened, but I got no information going into it. I thought it was going to be fun, and it was anything but fun. And I feel like the match after that may have been a pro.
Yeah.
And I don't know
I
what
don't
I don't know how that happened, but
Well,
it was a
I
setup
think it's
for
'cause
failure.
we were high in the bracket. We got seated high, I think is what happened. So we had to play some high
It was
competition.
your tournament, your bracket.
Yeah.
I didn't do the bracket.
If there's somebody who can pull strings, I feel.
Oh, listen, there were
That
no
was Cheney
strings
and
pulled
Ann.
for me. I can tell you that.
No.
I don't remember ever enjoying a tennis tournament. I'm not really sure why I ever played tennis. Now that I look
Well,
back,
we would not
It was
know each
nothing
other.
but frustrating. You know what I mean? For me,
So
really.
frustrating. And I never played with anybody who played for fun.
No,
You know, I never
know.
found myself on a casual team.
Yeah.
I was always playing with complete psychos who had one goal.
I think
and that
she's
was
referring to me.
That was to go. You and everybody else. That goal was to go as far as we could go. And if I said it one time, I said it 1,000. Just a reminder: nobody is getting a paycheck.
I know.
Just a reminder.
We
right
might-
out of the
Kirsten,
gate.
you were more competitive than you're letting on.
I am very competitive, but I
Yes.
also had other responsibilities
Yeah. Oh,
and
yeah.
could not field the emails and the
I
strategy talks that were
the
required
other
to play with
thing
these
that I
psychos.
remember, of course, we had a lot of fun and we laughed a lot.
Oh, we did.
But
Oh, yeah.
because you was always coming up with some line on the court, and you get me tickled, and then I couldn't hit the tennis ball, and then you thought that was funny.
Oh, for sure.
But our team, we had a really good mixed doubles team, and we won the spring and the fall league, or fall and spring, however the order was.
How did I remember all of
we got to go.
I don't know, but I don't remember.
We divided our team up and let one go as the spring winner, one go as the fall winner. And I think we did that just because we didn't want the second place team to go.
Sure. Well, sure.
You know, we were blocking them out. I don't remember who it was at the time, but you may have suggested it. But so we go.
I promise you, I did not.
We go to Dothan and we play in the state mixed tournament. And both of our teams are in opposite brackets, and we go all the way to play our own team in the championship.
Of course.
Ruth Ann said, "This has never happened. This is so weird." And
you were captain of both?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. I was not on that other team.
Yeah,
though.
you were.
I was?
Yeah.
That's not when we played y'all, though, because Ryan wasn't.
That's when you were playing with Mike.
Oh,
Mike
yeah.
We
Owens.
forced Ryan into tennis. It was never going to be his passion.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
preferred.
But we win
Skydiving.
that, and we
Yep.
get to go to sectional. And then I knew that we were going to face a lot harder competition. So I got Ethan Southern, who's a friend of mine, who's a 5-0 player. He played in
I
college.
remember that. Yeah.
And I said, "Will you hit some to me and Kirsten on the net and let us get used to that pace?"
I have no memory
And-
of this.
And
I do.
you were going, "Are you trying to kill me? Are you trying to?" I said, "No, it's just it's we just want you to see the pace." And we went, and you were complaining the whole time about how hard it was.
I remember that.
I don't.
Because I was
and
not
then-
there, but he told me about it afterwards.
And then when we got to Jackson, Mississippi to play in the sectional tournament, you were like, they were hitting the ball, and you go, "It's so slow now. I'm waiting to hit a volley," because it really did speed the game up for us. But I appreciated Ethan doing that.
Yeah. That must have been right before you signed me up to play with the other young kid who was fresh off of a junior college team. And we started
was
playing
that
mixed doubles at some ridiculously high level. And I was like, I don't understand what we're doing. I mean, the serves were so fast. It's I started playing,
Kirsten,
late 20s,
Kirsten,
early 30s.
You were much better than you're letting
Yeah.
on right now.
Well,
and you
how
were
about
much more
40s?
competitive than
Yeah.
you're
when I
letting on.
started
Yeah,
playing.
I mean it was so fun, and I don't remember any of the details of any of the teams or the matches, but I remember the things that made me laugh, and I remember riding to Dothan with Bubba, and you had some sort of a sports car.
Yeah,
at the
we
time.
had a flat tire.
Did we? I don't remember the flat tire.
You don't remember how quick we got out and changed it?
No, were we in?
It looked like we were a
NASCAR
NASCAR
pit
team. Now, where we were was not a very good area.
Oh, well, sure.
And if you remember, Betty was holding the gun while I was changing the tire.
I was about to say, I don't think I rode with y'all that trip. I heard
There was
about
one
the tire
trip you
change.
did not ride with us. We met down there later,
I think that
but
was
I rode
the trip
with you.
I didn't come with you. Yeah, I rode with.
Well,
Some of the
I
other
just
people.
I
I don't
remember it a
remember
little
the
different.
tire at all.
Look, we're old.
I
We don't
remember
remember
the tire.
things. We don't remember
You
things.
remember a lot more than the rest
Yeah.
of us.
I do remember the tire episode, but I don't think I was with y'all in the car that day.
You
'Cause
don't
I just had-
remember? You remember the tire going flat, but you wasn't in the car.
I remember hearing about y'all. You've texted me or called or whatever and said, "Hey, we've had a flat tire."
I remember you being the
something.
gun. You were holding the
I don't
gun
know.
for
I
us
don't remember holding a gun.
I remember that.
on the side of the highway.
I think I would have remembered that if I'd had to hold them.
We had to put
a
a temporary on there and get to Dothan and get a tire. Remember, we went to a tire place outside of town.
I have no memory of that, but I do remember that, and I do feel like that you have branched out a bit since then. But I remember these were the days I was riding with him to Dothan.
Branched out.
We had 5 restaurant options when you're with Bill,
Subway?
Bubba, Bussy, and I can't remember.
Burger King?
I remember. Was it?
Chick-fil-A. He'll do a Chick-fil-A.
We were
love
not
Chick-fil-A.
Chick-fil-A at this
Were we-
stage.
we weren't.
They
Okay.
wasn't that popular then. I
Was
might
it
not even
Jack's?
been
Or
in
you
it.
may not have had one
No,
over there.
no, I don't think it was that.
Or it was. There was one fast food line, and
It-
then there
Ruby
was
Tuesday.
Applebee's. You could
Ruby
for sure
Tuesdays
do
or
gotta have
Applebee's, either
Gotta
one.
have a
Which-
salad bar.
No thanks.
Yeah.
That's like
Applebee's.
that
Yes.
stint in culinary school. I have no desire to go to an Applebee's
Yeah.
salad bar with a mediocre sneeze guard. But,
Oh
so
gosh.
I was like, can this be the trip where we stop somewhere else off of
Can this
the
I
approved
know where
list?
y'all wanted to go.
This was when he
Panera.
was really, really
Oh,
strict.
yeah.
This
You're
was
not
even
getting him
pre
in
I
steamed
would go.
broccoli.
I
Bubba.
would go. I would go to Panera with y'all, as long as there were girls in the group. because
This was
I just
the
didn't
first
think
time you
I just
ever
don't
gone to
think
Panera.
guys should be going to Panera by themselves.
Well, we
Bill.
went to Panera this
Just
trip.
a sandwich place for the
And he
love.
was
Wow.
mad upon entry. We got into I was so grateful that
Where was it?
Panera.
It was Panera.
And it was your first time, I really think. And you were mad upon entry because you wanted, you had already, there was already in your mind, you were sad. It wasn't Jack's, but what was the approved fast food restaurant?
Well, it was Waffle House or Huddle House.
No,
for
this was
sure.
a drive-through, and you were trying to talk me into it. I remember that, not
Burger
the tire,
King.
but I remember this. But anyway,
Wendy's.
I
Who
talked to you.
knows?
I was like, please, can we just have something that's not one of those 5 places? So we go into Panera. He's mad upon entry. It's crowded,
Yeah,
which is
of
not
course.
good. And there's a line, and it is, it's a
You
line
know, if you
that
just
moves
tuned
quickly.
into this, you would think you're my wife.
Well, I mean, we spent a lot of time together. So we're in the line, and then they
Well,
start
you're on
asking.
me.
They start asking the questions.
Yeah.
Do you,
Oh, yeah.
what bread do you want? Sandwich bread.
like-
It was
Yeah.
sandwich bread. I said no. Multigrain, wheat,
Wheat.
white. And then they start with the. It was kind of a build
cheeses.
your own.
Yeah.
I don't remember what was happening, but it was stressful. He started
Yes.
right away. He's angry. But the best part was when we got to he finally just said, "I just want a turkey sandwich, just
I
a
don't-
regular turkey sandwich." And I was
Yeah.
like, "Oh, this is not
And
going
for,
well."
for the
What-
love,
what's
don't
that-
put mayonnaise or
what's that
anything
place you
like
like to-
resembling mayonnaise.
What is
on
that
it.
place you like to get coffee that's so expensive?
I don't get coffee
No,
at Starbucks.
Starbucks.
Yeah,
This was
but
kind of the Starbucks
people
of sandwich
do.
shops.
It is,
They
yeah.
had all these choices. I'm like,
Yep.
just give me a turkey sandwich.
Yeah,
Put
but-
cheese
but
on
they
it,
don't
no
have
mayonnaise.
a mellow yellow. They don't have
Yeah,
a
give me a
Coke
mellow
product.
yellow or a Diet
Oh,
Coke.
man.
Yeah, at Starbucks.
Yeah, that's
we did
out.
that one time,
I'm
and they
very-
didn't have soda, and I thought, "Oh, this
Oh
is
no,
not good.
no.
It's not good." But the kicker was at the end.
Folks, we're listening to
Chips.
Kirsten McCorkle, who is not my wife. Go ahead.
That's right. Chips, an apple, or a baguette. Now, why would I want a baguette when I have
A whole
sandwich
sandwich.
bread? Yeah,
That
which
has
I
always
agree.
confused
I
me
agree.
about
Well, if you have
that
soup and
restaurant.
salad, that makes
Yeah.
sense. But I
Yeah.
mean, it just put him over the edge. He said, "Just put on there whatever you're going to put on there." I mean, he was so done, and it was so funny, and you were so
That
uncomfortable.
sounds a little bit like me, but not to the level you're describing.
Oh, it was you.
I can see you doing
was
that
you.
if you were
Oh.
hungry and just
you-
wanted a
I was
sandwich.
hangry.
That's right. Yeah. Oh gosh. That is my memory from that whole trip. I can't tell you who we played or did we win.
That's why mixed doubles was always tough. Everybody told
Yeah.
me mixed doubles was harder
Yeah.
Yeah.
because the guys are easier to
Yeah.
lasso into something.
That's
Well,
right.
I-
Lasso into Applebee's. I was done with that. So I'm done with your 5 choices.
But I always
can't
enjoyed going to
remember all
Dothan.
that.
They had great player parties over there at that splash
Oh, that was
park
fun.
and all that.
Betty, you danced to Michael Jackson at that
Oh,
stage.
yeah,
you
beat
did.
it. Yeah, the
love
beat it.
that.
Yeah.
Those were fun.
You got to cash it out. What do you call it? Not cash it out.
Deal it out.
Deal it out, yeah.
Is Dothan where, I always wanted to stay at a Marriott because I was trying to build my
Points.
status.
Yeah.
Is Dothan where you branched out and finally you ended up at the
Branched out.
La Quinta? Is that what it was? And I said, I'm sure it's lovely.
It was a new
I
one.
said I'm not.
It was new.
I said I'm not staying there. And then I got to the root of why we were staying there. There was a Waffle House or
Oh.
something in the parking lot. where
Yeah,
you could go.
yeah.
We always had to stay in Mobile at the one where what was that restaurant we always walked over to have dinner as soon as we got there?
Oh, it was.
Can't remember.
It was
Yeah, it was one of
nice.
those
It
that
was
had
one
a lot of
those-
hamburgers and
No,
to sit down.
this was a sit
oh,
down
you talking-
nice one. Yeah.
the seafood place.
Yeah,
Yeah,
what
it had a
was the name?
seafood place on
Wenzel
one
It
or
had
side.
the bang bang shrimp. Everybody used to get. You know what I mean?
What is the name
A
of that?
bone.
The
Bonefish
that's
Grill.
a fish
Yep,
grill,
yep,
yeah.
yep.
I look forward to that trip because of the bonefish grill.
I had
being
no
there.
issue eating there.
No, I loved that one.
I was fine. I loved that shrimp.
Yeah.
But I do remember, I was like, I have to get to the bottom of why we're leaving.
Oh
Because
gosh.
even the Marriott, it had a great breakfast. I mean, your choices are
Yeah.
slim and small town Dothan, but it also had those small, it's pre-pickleball, but it had those small little tennis courts.
Yeah,
And
it
we
was
would
like
get out
starter
there and-
tennis. Yeah.
Get out there and do it.
All right, we're
Just
gonna
ding.
take a break. We're gonna try to slow down this conversation slightly, and we'll be right back with more of Kirsten McCorkle and Betty Lou Bussey in just a minute.
You're listening to Bubba on the Lake,
Hit me, man.
a production of Intergalactic Pants and Tees.
All rights reserved.
You know one thing I love about Buffalo Wild Wings? You can get wings with any of their 26 sauces and dry rubs for takeout and delivery. That's like bringing an entire B-dubs home with you, which you can't do. I tried. I've knocked down so many walls, only to then be told to halt construction because I'm not zoned to be a sports bar. Kind of just looks like a big pergola or something because of the lack of walls. At least these 26 sauces and dry rubs are available to go. Buffalo Wild Wings. Let's go sports bar.
On the water or off, experience lake life to the fullest at Russell Lands on Lake Martin. Spend your mornings with breakfast at Fanny's. Afternoons, you can explore over 100 miles of trails through Russell Forest. And for dinner, how about the Southern farm-to-table flavors at Spring House? Whether you're here for the weekend or you've made your home at the lake, Russell Lands is where community and the land come together. To learn more about upcoming events, visit russelllands.com. Come see what lake life is all about.
Attention business owners, print buyers, and production managers. Guaranteed Labels is here to help you focus less on your printing, labels, decals, and focus more on growing your business. Guaranteed Labels wants to be your reliable printer. Quality, on-time shipments, and stock programs set us apart. If you're needing to focus less on your printing and more on your business, trust Guaranteed Labels, 205-640-4552 or GuaranteedLabels.com. Guaranteed Labels, still sticking since 1988.
We're back. Thank you for being with us on Bubba on the Lake, and we're talking to an old friend, Kirsten McCorkle. Haven't seen her much the last few years, even though y'all have a place on the lake.
We do. We see you from a distance.
I know. We drive by. Y'all are in a different spot than we are, though, so we don't see you by golf cart a lot. And we're here full time, and you come and go. So, and then for a while, every time I was going over there, you wasn't there, and Ryan was there, and he would say, "Well, Kirsten is at this or Kirsten's at that." And I finally pulled Ryan aside. I said, "Look, if y'all are separated, just tell me. I mean, I know couples go through stages."
You're always at Costco. It seemed like every time we came by, well, she's at Costco.
And it got to be a joke.
Okay.
We'd go, "Let's see if Kirsten and Ryan are here," and we'd look at each other and go, "Kirsten won't be there."
Yeah. And he'd say, "We can't afford to not be together."
Yeah.
So
or either
worry.
you'll be there and Ryan won't be there. One or the other, you know.
Yeah. I mean, it's the only way you get a break.
Yeah.
You know? You have to divide and conquer. Yeah.
Kirsten, one of my other favorite stories, and this sounds horrible, but it was very legit. But we actually carried a young lady who was a massage specialist to a lot of our tournaments. I don't know if you remember that or not. Because
no, I do remember that.
We
have an equal love for massage.
Getting to my age, I had to have help staying on the court when we had these multiple matches, multiple days in a row. And the girl's name's Rachel, and we still know her. We see her from time to time. And do you remember this? This is so funny. It was the one time I called Betty to say, "Listen, this does not look good, but let me tell you what happened."
When we have a couples massage?
No, listen. So she had a room, and it was right next to the door going out toward Bonefish Grill. And we were upstairs or something. So
no memory of
we
this.
had a long day. We'd played 2 or 3 matches, and I think my ankle was hurting or something. So when I would come in, Rachel would always say, she would ask everybody on the team, "Hey, does anybody need any work done?" You know. And I said, "Yeah, my ankle's killing me," or something. I forgot what it was. So anyway, I go in there, and you know how massage therapy works and all this stuff. And she's massaging my ankle, and I said, "Well, look, we're about to go to dinner. You want to go with us?" She said, "Yeah, we're going to Bonefish Grill. That's fine." You know, we always tried to take care of her when she went, and so you get done, you get dressed, and I'm about to go out. Well, she has got her massage scrubs on, and she is going to change out of those to go to dinner. So she changes out and what I would call dolls up, you know, and gets ready to go. So I'm waiting at the door, and I open the door.
Washes off the massage wheel.
She's standing right next to me as I open the door, and there's a bunch of girls from Birmingham coming down the hall, and you look at me and start doing your eyes big like, "What are you doing in that room with that girl?" And I was like, "Kirsten, I got a massage. This is all, you know." And I thought, and you were really giving me the eye going across the parking lot. And I said, Betty, before Kirsten calls you, let me tell you exactly
we
what
take care
happened.
of each other.
And
the sisterhood.
And I told her, I said, this is going to sound horrible, but this is all legit. And it was so funny. I was laughing so hard I could hardly tell her. She goes, okay.
Yeah.
I'm like, whatever.
Bubba just came out of a room with tasseled hair.
Yeah. He looked
He's going to dinner with somebody.
He was greased up.
A minute.
Yeah. He was a little greased up looking.
I can remember staying at the beach, at maybe the beach club, and having a table set up right in your den.
Yeah.
And we were staying with you, and I'd say, "Is it my turn?"
I know.
And that's where we met Rachel. She was from down there and worked at the beach club when we first met her.
I do remember that, and I thought, this is odd, right next to the kitchen island.
I guess we need to give her a plug, Rachel Austin Massage.
Yeah, Austin Massage.
She was great. That's when when you were in Birmingham. I mean, we many times would go to lunch and then have appointments at Massage Envy.
Oh,
I mean, that was
standard.
Oh,
that's how us world-class athletes stayed on the court.
Sure, that's right.
And now,
that was my
we have
favorite thing
pieces
to
of
do.
our liver missing, stents, and artificial joints.
That's right. Now
So-
I have to, go to discount massage places. And wasn't that long ago.
Some
Somebody
guy
was
named
knocking
Ted.
on the door.
Yeah.
Somebody's spouse was, and I was like, "It's not that kind of place." Close. It's not that kind of place.
That you knew of,
And
anyway.
that's not a joke. That really happened.
Oh, Lord.
It's a whole nother episode. That place, but
Kirsten,
I love
you
a good massage.
get into some of the craziest places,
Yes, I do.
craziest things.
I do.
I guess when you're seeking out discount massages, you'll come across.
Yeah, you got to be
those
careful when that's
places.
what you're looking for as a discount massage.
Right. I mean,
Little
one income household. But
yeah.
I'll starve
gotcha.
before I don't have a massage.
I haven't had one in so long.
I
It'd
haven't
probably
either.
kill me.
Oh,
There's some people around here that do that, though. We need to
Oh,
look them up.
I know.
Yeah.
Just hadn't been in the
can't
budget
believe
lately.
it.
You know,
Yeah.
we've
Oh,
had to,
I know.
we've had to trim that
Then
down a
you
little bit.
There are places.
Yeah.
There are places. Now, they might take a phone call in the middle of the massage. Book their next appointment.
Well, I always go to sleep, so they could go outside, smoke a cigarette,
Oh,
talk
you'll
on
come
the
back.
phone for
Yeah.
45
Yeah.
minutes, come back in, and I would think, man, that was great.
No,
Yeah.
my baseline of relaxation, I'm still going over the grocery list.
Yes.
In my brain, I mean,
That's me. I
happening.
can't.
Oh, sorry.
I can't relax anyway.
neither.
So
Me
there's
neither.
no sense in me getting massages, really, because I still don't relax.
Yeah.
You know.
Oh,
Unless
I'll go
I'm
out.
very
I'm
tired,
out. They have to
and then
wake
I'm
me up
snoring.
to turn me
Yeah.
over.
Not me. The last one I had hurt so bad that I left in tears. I mean,
I know, because we're so tense.
Yes.
And yeah,
That's
Well, I don't want
hurts.
that. I want to relax. I
Yeah,
don't want to
no.
be,
this was
Yeah.
abuse. This bordered on abuse. But apparently I needed it. It's been
Yeah.
stressful.
So do you get massages from guys or girls, or does it matter when you go?
I try girls, but sometimes,
Me too.
yeah.
Yeah. I can't relax with a dude rubbing
Yeah.
me. I just can't.
I can't either.
Now, if I'm on the
I
sideline
don't
or
like
on the
it.
tennis court and they're working on an ankle or something, fine.
That's different.
Yeah, but I
That's
can't.
different.
I can't relax in there with my mind keeps going. Dude rubbing me. Dude rubbing me.
Yeah.
I just can't. And
Yeah.
if you go somewhere you don't know, and they give you a gender bender
Yes,
name,
that's
and you're
what
like,
I'm-
then
get
I'm
you
always
in trouble.
panicked because I don't want to hurt the dude's feeling, but I'm like, dude, I just can't do dudes,
Can't.
you know.
Yeah,
But
no.
you're the same way. You'd rather have a girl too, right?
Yeah. But,
So would Betty.
for
Yeah,
sure.
And I made an appointment with a Carrie one time thinking it was a woman, I get there and it's a dude, you know
Yeah.
what I mean? And I'm like, just
Yeah.
go with it, whatever.
I know.
So, and it,
She
this
worked-
I don't wanna hurt their
particular,
feelings.
She found a way to work through.
well, this particular place was big into aromatherapy too. And so we started the massage with him
Aromatherapy.
putting his hands up, like right in front of my face. I was laying on the table. Inhale the aroma or something like that. And I can't do anything but laugh. Then the rest of I was trying my best to relax and not laugh.
I
You know
can't
what
believe you were laughing the whole time.
Y'all remember when I had the weird massage one time? I was pregnant and the guy made me do bicycle kicks. You remember that? That was in our tennis days, and I thought, am I being punked? And there was bell ringing at one point, and I
No.
thought, is this? I mean,
It's some
it was
new
probably
way.
a failed Groupon experience.
Yeah.
But I just remember doing bicycle kicks, and there was bell ringing, and I thought, where are the cameras? Because this can't be real. this is not happening. And I laughed about that forever. But sure, he was serious.
You don't need to do a Groupon for a massage or to get your nails done, really.
Or eye surgery.
No, none of that.
Fillers, probably not a good idea.
No, probably not a good idea.
So, Kirsten, you have lost a lot of weight. You're skinny.
I'm in the worst shape of my life. Just straight stress. Just stress. But
kids.
But yeah.
That can do it.
Yeah.
It can.
So, yeah.
Yes,
we have.
You're really to the point too where it's maxing out right now, and then you kind of move into the empty nest thing, and it's not as every day as it was. There's still things, but right now you got older kids doing more stuff, costing you more money, wanting to go more places, having more problems, and boom, it's just all over you every day. I remember it.
Yeah, well, our oldest is 16. He has been 16 for 3 months, and he is on the bass fishing team.
Man, has that sport taken off or what?
It has, and there is no sport that rivals when it comes to expense. When you watch your 16-year-old drive out of the driveway, pulling a vessel that cost as much as your first garden home. Close.
Oh,
close. I mean, like, what have we done here?
Yeah.
Just.
Yep.
And then to fill it up with gas.
Oh,
all of it.
I don't even.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Marine gas is extra
that.
special.
But I just tell Ryan, I said, you know what? I said, when you have a child that likes to fish, I said, he will never be in a bar on a Friday night because you have to start fishing at 3 a.m.
Oh, yeah.
4 a.m. you're getting ready. So I said, that is what we need to focus on. And we need to support this sport. And then we have our
clean
youngest.
habits.
That's right. Then we have our 14-year-old Quinn. And Quinn has special needs. And so that nest is not going to be empty as fast as others. But he's great, but he's not currently in school, which is its own episode.
Yeah.
So
What
we
are
are
you
really
homeschooling?
You know good and well I'm not homeschooling anybody.
Why? You could.
I can't do
You'd be a
second
great
grade
teacher.
math. No, I have no patience. I can no. But hopefully we're in a transition period, and he will hopefully start high school in August, which is hard to believe.
That is hard to believe.
Yeah. So it's a lot of togetherness.
Yeah.
So, I was on the trampoline in the dark this morning jumping.
So your
A wet
weather must not have
trampoline.
been as interesting as ours was.
Oh, it was. It was a wet trampoline covered in pine straw, and we were jumping.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
It was still
get the
raining here
sensory
this morning. Was it not raining over there?
It started and stopped.
Yeah.
So we didn't have as much this morning, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the wind was horrible this morning. I had to get up and take the dogs out, and I told Bill it almost blew my rain jacket off. I mean, because I didn't have it buttoned or whatever. And I turned around to come down our steep driveway. Again, that's, we always talk about our driveways. But anyway, I turned around and my jacket almost flew out and was like a kite in the wind,
Yeah.
So, Kirsten, what do you do for fun now? Jump on trampolines early in the morning before the sun comes out?
Fun is scarce these days, but we're gonna get back there. We'll be down here a lot this summer. Max, our oldest, will be working at Clyja, which is
he's going to fill us up.
He's
going to be a gasman out there.
He is, and he's excited about that. And we're going to get back to fun. And maybe
we're going to get back to fun.
It's out there.
We need to go to Herb's place, the landing.
Yeah, well, that's right by us.
Yeah,
So
I know. We could just
definitely-
pick it all up on the way.
do.
Are you playing any sports now, or have you picked up the great pickleball that everybody's playing? Or
That's a lot of fun. You'd enjoy it. You would.
Worst shape of my life. Reminder, that's where we are. There are no sports.
I just have an artificial knee, and I played for an hour.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm ready. I think I'm ready. I have never played pickleball. I've
Here's the
watched
good
a lot
news.
of
It'll be
it.
easy to
Tennis
pick up.
players own it.
Yeah.
Okay.
If
They
you
do.
remember all those things I
Because
taught
it's
you at
the
breakfast.
same
I don't
strategies.
I don't even remember the flat tire. I mean, if somebody was holding a gun, I feel like I should remember that. No, but I think that I would love it.
You would, yeah. And
I need to do something.
Yeah, you'd get
but
addicted to it.
on a casual level.
Yeah.
Not
Well,
a
what is that
state-
group you play with?
Laid back ladies on Monday.
Yes.
The laid back.
Will we have wine with our chicken salad? After? Is the
Well,
question.
there are days that people might get into a mimosa or something, but usually not on that, on a Monday. Now, it's all bets are off on Fridays and Saturdays. You know what I mean?
Yeah, oh, okay.
So who knows?
Betty plays a lot of pickleball.
Okay, good.
I could have played yesterday.
Every day the schedule, you have certain things to do and pickleball, and certain things to do and pickleball.
And pickleball. Sure.
I run into men all over the place down here, and they
No,
go,
you don't.
They go, your wife is a heck of a player.
Yes, she
And
is.
I said, I know she's mean. She'll kill you on the net.
Yeah,
So
and
get
she
it-
looks
get out of
cute
there.
doing it too. So that's a good
I was
outfit,
nice
I'm sure.
to you the other day when
You
you
were.
came to play.
You were.
Yeah, well, I'm glad you're playing. Maybe I
Yeah.
can get Ryan out there. We can
Oh,
have
that
a
would
redo.
be fun.
Wouldn't that
Yeah.
be fun?
Now,
would
when
be
you go back to the tennis court, you feel like you're on a
Okay.
football field.
I played
Trying to
tennis
cover.
one time since all this. And I hadn't played in 7-8 years, I guess. I picked that racket up and tried to hit the ball, and I didn't even make contact the first time. It was awful.
There's so much running.
It was terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just thought, ooh.
Well, the last team I was on, I think Quinn was a baby, and it
Yeah.
was 3-5 nationals
Yeah.
in California.
Yeah.
And I had no business being there. I should have been at home with my crying baby. And I just put the racket down, and I've thought about going back and playing, but I think I'm benchmarked at a 4-0 or something. I was like,
Yeah.
I can't just go back in
No.
and play. I haven't played
if I
in
ever
a
play,
decade.
it'll be for fun down
Yeah.
here or something.
I've
Yeah.
had a few times with Max. He takes clinics from time to time in Birmingham, and
So he's got it. He's got it in the blood, deep down inside.
he does. He can't commit enough to do it to be on a team because in a big school you have to be really good. But he does go
Right.
to clinics and he loves it. But fishing is his jam.
That's
yeah.
a good sport. I mean, you carry it with you your whole life.
Yeah,
you
and
know?
he's really doing well at fishing.
Yeah, I
He's
saw
won
they
some-
won.
Yeah,
he
won
and Quinn.
Yeah.
Didn't they both win
Yeah.
something?
Mm-hmm. Yep. If you can win with Quinn in the boat, you're really good. Because he's not adding a lot of value right now.
We're
But
talking to Kirsten McCorkle, old friend of the family, and she has dropped by to share many memories with us today.
Yeah.
We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back with more of Kirsten.
Where's Bubba?
I'll tell you where. He's on the lake.
At Central State Bank, we believe community banking is more than just transactions. It's about relationships. For over 100 years, we've been helping neighbors grow, businesses thrive, and dreams become reality. Because when you bank local, you invest in your community. Central State Bank, large enough to serve you, small enough to know you. Visit us today or learn more at centralstatebank.com. Member FDIC.
When you need urgent care, Southern Immediate Care is here for you. Illness doesn't follow a 9-to-5 schedule, so we offer support 7 days a week at convenient locations throughout Birmingham and Northeast Alabama, dedicated to serving all ages from children to adults. Southern Immediate Care offers occupational medicine services, including DOT physicals and testing. At Southern Immediate Care, your health is our top priority. Visit southernimmediatecare.com or call 205-409-2794.
On the water or off, experience lake life to the fullest at Russell Lands on Lake Martin. Want to know what's going on around Lake Martin? Check out the calendar of seasonal events that include Fridays on the Green, naturalist events, fireworks, concerts, poker runs, boat shows, juried art shows, boat parades, and much more. If you're here for the weekend or if you've made your home at the lake, Russell Lands is where community and the land come together. To learn more about upcoming events, visit russelllands.com. Come see what lake life is all about. We're back with Kirsten McCorkle, old friend of ours, old tennis partner of mine, and Betty. We're sitting here just having a good time remembering some of the old times. And you said you were telling us about your son fishing and both sons fishing, and you said you went fishing yesterday?
yes. So Max has had a great streak fishing and won a high school tournament on Saturday at a nearby lake here, Lay Lake. And it was a really big deal, really
Yeah,
exciting. And he
it
has,
is.
and like tennis, I guess, there are high school
Yeah.
tournaments, and then there are tournaments for fun, and he'll fish those with Ryan. Because Ryan...
His dad.
Yeah.
Yep.
Drinking the Kool-Aid. He is as in as anybody.
He's drinking the
Everybody
Kool-Aid.
Everybody has a big truck. The boat.
You got to have that.
Boat is in the garage. I am still driving the 2011 Sequoia as a sacrifice to support all of these people. But anyway, Max does really well. He's done really well with Ryan, and so he had a tournament yesterday. And I said, "Okay, I'm gonna fish with you because I haven't fished a tournament with him before, and I like to fish, and I like to be on the water on a pretty day." So, and he won the tournament the day before, which happened to be on the same lake. So 12 hours before we set off to the same lake. This is going to be a great day. The only thing we caught was a broken boat motor and catfish.
That's how it goes.
To say
That's how
that
it
it was, which I'm
Did you get
100%
blamed?
sure is all my fault.
Did you get blamed for it?
Of
That's
course
the thing.
it is my fault.
Yes,
of course
of
it is.
course.
I mean,
Well, you don't change when you're winning. You know, that's like teams that change their uniform when they're winning. You wait till you're losing, then you change.
no.
Oh, boy.
It was a
Maybe
it was a beautiful day.
Oh, it was.
And we were safe. We were safe driving. The 16-year-old at night, I told him that on the Lord's Day, we probably shouldn't be listening to the rap we were listening to on the way down, that I felt like that set us up for failure just right out of the gate.
What song of choice was it? Do you know?
Not appropriate for a mom and a son to be listening to. But there we were. And it was bad from start to finish, but it was, it was
a
Are you
fun
good
day
at getting the
to
boat
be
in
on
the water and pulling the trailer in and out? What
you
part
know
do you
good
do?
and well that I'm not back in a trailer.
Well, what do you do? What part do you?
I can drive straight.
You get to hold the boat. You hold the string or something.
I can,
Yeah.
but the setup that they have right now, I'm not really allowed to touch.
Okay.
Anything, yeah. So, yeah,
Oh,
and it was fun. It was fun. It was a Sylacauga Marine tournament, and it was. We left and didn't weigh anything in. He took what we had and put it back in the water, and we were. It was. It was a good time.
And just thought about winning the day before.
That's right. I said it was still a good weekend.
Look,
I'm going to need a redo.
It happens in any competition. Tiger Wood can set the course record one day and not make the cut the next.
Sure.
It's just
what
the
makes
way
it
goes.
fun. If
Yep.
it were easy, we would all do it. But it was hard that I think the nice kid that came in second the day before won yesterday.
Oh, well, good.
You know,
Yeah.
and we were with him the whole
Yeah.
day on the lake. You know, he
Yeah.
was right next to us.
Okay.
We were catching, problems and catfish. So here we are. But so it was a good time. But he's doing really well, so we're excited.
Kirsten, I know you have you've talked about it before, and I was wanting to get your feelings. We actually discussed it on a previous podcast. This new thing of people being life coaches. This is a whole new genre that's kind of opened up. And do you know much about that? Because I don't.
Do you
I'm
trust me to
confused.
talk about this?
I was about to say, you've opened up a whole can of worms now.
I
Let's
mean-
see.
Well, what are these life coaches? What are they doing?
What are the qualifications?
What are they?
That's what I'd like to know.
What are they telling you that your mom didn't tell you?
They're not telling me anything because I haven't hired one.
I haven't hired one either.
Well, I think we're going to start advertising that we're going to be one because we have friends who are in the market for life coaches.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
And
Now, look, if you get too rowdy, I'll have to beep you.
okay, I'm shocked.
Nobody, I mean, I don't know personally. I can't think of anybody that I know anyway that has hired a life coach. But I mean, I hear of it.
I see the ads online.
Look, if anybody
And
needs
maybe
one,
that-
it's me.
I mean,
I am a prime candidate. I could really benefit.
But
from a
again,
life
they
coach.
charge a lot.
And a sister wife,
More
honestly.
than-
I could benefit
well,
from
now,
both.
we all could. I mean, come on. Bring it on. You know?
I mean, there are a few things that, I could benefit from, but to budget in somebody who says that they're a life coach and
That's what I
spend
mean,
money
the
on
budget,
it.
it
And then you look at
Now, what would a sister wife? How would that help you?
Well, number
very-
one, I don't. Maybe they wouldn't charge us. I don't know.
yeah,
If we just let them stay and eat,
there's some. I mean,
I don't think you
this
can
is-
charge. I think that's illegal. I think it has to be free.
I mean, I think that marrying is probably illegal too. But there are just so many blurred lines these days, and so many things that I don't think rules exist.
There was a whole show. You know, we had about 5 of them living together with him, and I'm like, what in the world?
Yeah.
Well, you know, you could look at it several different ways, but one way might be you got 5 times as many problems as you had before.
It's a risk that I'm close to being willing to take. I just need the manpower.
You just need help around the house.
Sheer manpower,
Help on many fronts.
It's like, how good are you at pulling up weeds, and how do you feel about planting stuff?
Yeah.
You know, would be my first question, and then how you feel about mopping, and things like that.
But I'm not aware. I don't know what I'm talking about.
We're not taking applications for Sister Wives.
No.
Let's be clear. This is a comedy segment.
No. I mean, Ryan might be, but I'm not. But I just want to know what the qualifications are.
Do you have to approve of them, or do I? How's that work? Do you know?
Do I have to approve of them?
Yeah,
if they're coming in my house, I guess so.
I'd prefer they not be better looking.
Well, that's true. Yeah, me too.
But at this point.
That's what I always wondered on that show that used to be popular. I don't even know if it's still on. I only watched it once or twice just because it was such a train wreck. If you ever got it on and really got into it, it's kind of like that Naked and Afraid show that Bill hates. I love Naked and Afraid. It's just hilarious to me that they're surviving out there.
And naked.
Yeah,
and they show their butt all the time on TV.
Butt naked.
You can rest assured that would not be a show for me.
No. Well,
but
I
just
certainly
think about being
doing
totally naked with a stranger you've never met before in the woods.
Yeah.
You know that
having to rely on each other.
I used to shower in the dark. I mean, you remember that, right? Especially in the hotels where you have that huge
Ladies
mirror.
and gentlemen, Kirsten McCorkle,
that huge mirror across from the shower.
Yeah.
And I said, I don't want to start my day on
know.
a negative.
Yeah.
And I don't need to see that. Let's fog up the windows, fog up the mirrors, hot water, and turn the lights off. I'm going to scoot on out and then get a robe.
So you
and not
showered without the lights on?
Pretty much, yeah.
Because you didn't want to see yourself.
That's right. Start the day on a happy note.
I remember you talking about Ryan showering, and he was so meticulous about going in between every toe. I'll never forget.
Ryan is.
I believe I missed that story, Kirsten.
I don't remember that one
Oh
either.
my gosh, I
Kirsten,
remember
you forgot
laughing
so much.
myself.
Good memories.
It happens.
That's
why we're
funny.
here. This is so fun. It's therapeutic, reliving all these things. But Ryan does everything meticulously, and I'm the wrecking ball. I bring the fury.
And how long have y'all been married?
20 years.
See, it must be a good combination.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. We've been married.
I can't
30.
imagine
What's this?
doing it with anybody else.
I can't add any more.
Excuse me?
30. No. Shoot. Okay. Bill.
I mean, the sister wife is not for me.
Yeah, well.
I can't imagine doing it with anybody else.
Well, I didn't think that was included. I didn't think. But anyway, but not.
Did you watch that show?
Well, not together, the girls. You know what I'm saying? It was just you know what I'm saying?
No, we really don't know what you're saying.
Okay.
Yeah. No, well, back to the shows, though, the trash that I do watch. Back to the life coach, there is a girl on one of the shows that I've been watching that is a manifesting coach. And when I say that she
manifesting,
and she is rich, making
what does she manifest?
Get your journal out and write down what you want. Do you want to, what financial level would you like to reach? Do you want to marry a 6'4" or whatever? Let's write it down and manifest it. And when I say that she has made
this is a TV
millions.
show?
Yes, many millions.
What's it called?
This. It's a housewife show. She's one of the housewives.
Oh,
and she is a manifesting coach. And I thought, if this isn't the biggest bunch of bullshit I've push your pink. Sorry. If this isn't the biggest racket I have ever heard. It's like, when you listen to a podcast and start your day after 8 hours of sleep. And I'm like, no, I'd like 8 hours of sleep. I mean, 8 hours of sleep. 8 hours of sleep would a lot of things would be different. A lot of things would be different. But I'm in the bottom bunk.
So,
I'm in the bottom bunk.
Have you ever, like some of these you're talking about, these life coaches you see on TV, have you ever gone and looked up their personal life? and seen what a mess it is? And you think, how in the world
It's a racket.
can you
It
be
is,
giving
kinda,
anybody
I
else
think. Or
advice
some of
when
it
you're
it
a
is,
train
I
wreck
guess. I don't know.
or a dumpster fire?
How are you going to help this person in their marriage when you have had 4 of them? I mean, I get that moving on will bring happiness, I get. I mean, I can see how that would happen, but I don't know that you need to be coaching anybody. And that's just me. And I'd like to know what certification you got to be able to have a website that says life coach. Because if that's the case, then we're coaching.
Oh, I know.
And I'm going to buy this house next door as soon as we get it up and rolling.
I wish we could. That would be fun.
We are. We're going to manifest whatever you want.
Manifest it.
We're going to sleep 8 hours. We're going to stretch and drain our lymph nodes and all the crazy things people are doing. And we're going to tell you to do them and journal about it. And then we're going to laugh all the way to the bank.
Journaling to me sounds like homework.
Yeah.
I didn't like journaling when I had to journal.
That's why I'm not homeschooling, Bubba, because I don't want to journal and I don't want to teach and I don't want to do any of it. No. But I'll tell you to journal for $5.99 for three 30-minute sessions or whatever. Whatever they're
Kirsten,
selling.
I think you'd be a great life coach. I think you'd be a good stand-up comedian, or you could do a podcast.
Well,
any of the above.
You're very kind.
There's
and
more people doing podcasts
day.
than there are life coaches, I'll tell you that.
That's
There's
true.
5 million of them in the United States.
I mean, look at us.
Well,
who gave us a microphone?
Yeah, clearly. We're not qualified.
As we know, I can talk to a brick wall, but this makes me very nervous. It is better than your live show.
You've only cussed twice, so.
That is really solid for me. But if you bring a child, I do not even have to think about it. There is no cussing in front of the children. It's not even a thought. But the minute I'm away from those children, I was raised by sailors, though. I mean, that is true. I mean, that is true.
The Admiral.
So,
That's funny.
Yeah, so it happens. But this is so fun.
Are you and Ryan, are we going to hang out more this summer?
Yes, we are going to hang
Let's
out
just
a lot.
pledge to do that.
Mm-hmm.
High five on that.
We will.
Okay.
And we might even play a sport of some kind together.
Pickleball.
Yes, let's do it.
Yeah, I mean, you know, if you could play it with a new artificial knee, it's not too stressful.
Well, before Max could drive, I would take him to the tennis clinics, and I should have been walking or stretching or manifesting, but instead I'd sit there and drink a Diet Coke and watch the pickleballers because they were there, and I'd watch them, and I just thought, I don't know if this is for me, because I hated the net in tennis.
Right.
I think it's from playing softball back in the day. Like I got hit one time, and I like being in the back.
The good news is the pickleball won't hurt you. Now, I'll tell you what I don't like. I don't like the sound of it. I hate it on the paddles, that tink, tink, tink sound.
Yeah.
Because the tennis racket, it sounds like a musical instrument, you know, when that ball hits it. And it just feels so good.
It doesn't anymore. Yeah.
Are you saying that the song is over?
Yeah. There's no music.
It sounded like boing, when I hit it last time I played.
Where
which
were
was
we
a train
when
wreck.
I played pregnant? Not first trimester pregnant. I was second,
you were
third.
for a while.
I was big and pregnant, and we went to a state tournament, or it was sectionals or something, because I do have pictures of that, which is why I remember it. And our stomachs out there were impressive.
You were trying to catch me.
We were impressive. We were large
Y'all
and in
played
charge.
when you were pregnant?
Yes, and I remember
I don't remember
having a
that.
shareable bag of peanut M&Ms, and in between every switch of the courts, we would go over there and just
get one or two.
Yeah,
That's funny.
I mean,
it's a somewhat healthy snack.
everybody we
peanuts in
played,
it.
everybody we played with had protein bars and goos, and we had Coke and M&Ms. And that is why we were competitive as could be, but we ate complete trash.
That's why
on the
we
court.
get 6'4", and move on.
That's right.
Huh?
A reminder: nobody is getting a paycheck at the end of this. These are vacation days, and I'm going to eat peanut M&Ms, and I'm going to have a chocolate monkey at the end of it.
Yeah. Now,
or two.
Yeah. I remember the old chocolate monkey days.
Yeah,
at the
I heard
beach
about
club.
Oh gosh.
Yeah.
All right, it's about time to take a break again here. How about that? Kirsten, thank you for coming by.
Thank you for
and being
having
with
me.
us. Will you come back again?
Anytime.
You're so funny.
Oh,
I forgot
y'all
how
are so
funny you are.
I just am so glad to be here and see y'all.
It is.
Can't wait to buy the house next door.
I know.
Oh, I wish you would. Kirsten McCorkle, longtime friend. We've been catching up with her today at the lake, and we're looking forward to spending more time with her and Ryan. We probably need to get Ryan's input at some point on some of these stories and see how his side compares.
I don't think so.
You speak for the family.
Does he remember playing tennis?
He remembers everything.
Does he?
Everything. Remember, we had to rope him into tennis because I would play tennis. This was pre-children. I would play tennis, and he would skydive.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm not a jealous gal whatsoever. But after the 800th sorority girl posting the tandem picture, Ryan's, I guess Ryan was on her back, and it was 100 every weekend, it felt like.
You went online and you saw your husband
he's
strapped to co-eds flying through the air at 100 miles an hour, right?
Just cute co-eds. Just whole sororities taking, field trips to the drop zone. And there's Ryan. Big smile on the back
they
of
all signed
some
up for
blonde
Ryan,
bombshell. Oh, yeah. Which he is who I would want to jump with, too. Attention to detail. But I was enough already.
Yeah.
I mean, where are the 60-year-olds? Where are the 60-year-olds?
How did Ryan just keep drawing co-eds?
Listen, I didn't care because it paid for the tennis, all the tennis travel and the rackets and all the
going to Panera Bread.
Yes, all the things, the massages.
Yeah,
I was not
funny.
at the discount.
I remember asking you. We were going somewhere. What's Ryan doing? And you'd say, "Oh, he strapped to co-eds again all weekend."
And you would laugh.
It was funny because I could see it. Yeah, and then I saw the pictures and it was even funnier.
Oh. Yeah. And I said, you need to come over here and play a little tennis. But he was never going to be great at tennis, and he doesn't like anything unless he can be the best at it.
Well, he's very athletic, but he just hadn't had that kind of practice.
Yeah,
but he would have been good
Betty.
if he'd have stayed with it.
He loves Betty enough. He was like, yeah, I'll play with her.
Oh, me. Well, I'm nothing but fun to play with. I mean, you may not win every match, but
truly, so fun. We had the best time. We'll do it again.
You both were a lot of fun, and I think everyone has been able to pick up on that. Kirsten, we'll have you back again. Thank you for coming by and talking to us.
Love y'all.
With another edition of Bubba on the Lake.
You're listening to Bubba. Whoa. Bubba on the Lake.
What a matchup we've got, folks. Just nonstop action. The energy is electric and the fans are all in. An intense game like this calls for a Coca-Cola. Crisp and refreshing. That's a game changer. Yeah, that taste scores every time. And just like that, they're back at it. Passionate fans and an ice-cold Coca-Cola. Now that's a winning combo. No matter the team, no matter the sport, everyone knows fan work is thirsty work. Enjoy a Coca-Cola.
Dr. Dudney has been my dentist for about 20 years. He does a great job taking care of my teeth, making sure my cavities are good, cleaning my teeth, and also adding veneers to my smile, which was a game changer. Now, Dr. Dudney and his friendly staff can do the same for you. I ask you to give them a chance. Just talk to them, no cost. Just make an appointment, see what you need, see if you can have a better smile and feel better about yourself today. Give them a call at 205-663-6545 or tedudney.com.
You know one thing I love about Buffalo Wild Wings? You can get wings with any of their 26 sauces and dry rubs for takeout and delivery. That's like bringing an entire B-dubs home with you, which you can't do. I tried. I've knocked down so many walls, only to then be told to halt construction because I'm not zoned to be a sports bar. Kind of just looks like a big pergola or something because of the lack of walls. At least these 26 sauces and dry rubs are available to go. Buffalo Wild Wings. Let's go sports bar.
Well, folks, welcome back. It is the crazy time of year known as March Madness, and we have the one and only Hunter Buss on sports. Hunter, how are we looking with our bracket?
It's looking good. It's looking really good. Mine personally, not too hot after, the first game or two per usual. I mean, what's new? Along with spring kicking my butt in general. So what's new with that? But overall, the bracket contest is looking good. Out of all of the entries right now, we've had a lot of people, we had a tie for first there for a little bit. But currently, TJ Morgan is in the top spot as it stands right now, pending Sweet 16 games that happen, I believe, starting Thursday. So it's gonna be fun. And they have Duke as their champion, so we'll see if they hold up.
Who is in like second and third? Can you tell us that?
Yeah, so we technically have a tie for first, and the name on that I can't read on here, but you'll get a laugh of it because you know who you are. But they had Gonzaga as their champion, and Gonzaga was upset and they lost. So I don't know if that'll hold for long.
It's gonna hurt them down the road, yeah.
Yeah, but as far as further down the line, we have Duncan Jones. We have another ESPN fans in there. If you can, please change your name to your first and last name so it's easier to read. But it's kind of tight right now, so we'll see how it ends up. But it's a tight race, kind of like it was last year. So it's gonna be fun to see how this plays out.
Well, I'm in no contention whatsoever. I'd like to be in the top 100 right now. Currently sitting about 435 out of 757. Not too good for the old bus. But, my bracket blew up about an hour after we started when North Carolina lost. I mean, it didn't take long.
No, they didn't have their best player, and now their coach is in limbo on if he's going to come back, or I doubt he will. Supposedly, reports coming out today that he's either going to step down under his own choice or the university is going to make it for him. So
we'll
they
see
only
made the NCAA tournament. I mean, you can't be out in the first round if you're North Carolina. God help us all. Come on.
That's blue blood mentality. You know how
what
it
all is going on in the actual tournament? Any games caught your eye?
Yeah, so we had there was the Cinderella team, if you will, that's been that caught everyone's eye, and then they ended up losing. It was High Point. They beat Wisconsin in the first round, and then they got obliterated in the next round. And then the team that to me is my Cinderella right now is Texas. They were in the first four game, which is like the play-in game, and they are currently in the Sweet 16 against Purdue. So we'll see how that plays out. Nebraska and Iowa was probably my favorite game to watch in terms of just, or not Nebraska. No, they're playing in the Sweet 16, but Nebraska and Vanderbilt is who played the other day. And it came down to literally a final shot that rimmed. It looked like it was about to fall, and it just rimmed out. So shout out to the Cornhuskers on that one. Florida, the reigning national champion, lost to Iowa. So Iowa and Nebraska will be facing off. And our someone that we had on the Tailgate show, Molly Robinson, who's a big Nebraska fan, coined the Iowa-Nebraska game as the, I believe it was the corn off or something like that. I can't remember the...
I don't know if you'd want to use that terminology.
No. But that's apparently a rivalry game. I'm not a Big Ten. I don't keep up with Big Ten like I do SEC, but Big Ten's making big strides with football and basketball. So I guess we need to start paying attention. So
two of the biggest Nebraska fans I know is Molly and Penny from Big Bang Theory.
Yeah. I knew you were going to sneak in a Big Bang Theory reference in there somewhere. But, yeah, as far as other games that were fun to watch, Kentucky and Santa Clara, they were really, really fun to watch. It came down to what we looked like it was going to be a buzzer beater for Santa Clara to beat Kentucky, and then Oweh for Kentucky goes down and hits a three to tie it, and Kentucky pulled away in overtime just for them to ultimately lose to Iowa State, who is playing Tennessee in the Sweet 16, who upset Virginia. So the Sweet 16, as it stands right now, in the top left region is Duke versus St. John's and Michigan State versus UConn. The top right, Arizona versus Arkansas, Texas versus Purdue. Bottom left, Michigan and Alabama. That sounds like a college football playoff matchup right there. Tennessee and Iowa State. And then the bottom left, Iowa, Nebraska, and Illinois and Houston, who I think Houston can, if they win this game, I think they can make some strides to the title, I think, but we'll see.
Houston, a solid program. Do not sleep on the Razorbacks or the Crimson Tide. They can beat anybody on any day.
Yeah. They Alabama blew out Texas Tech last night. They had a late, I guess by the time we're recording this, it was last night. But the last game Bama played, they blew out Texas Tech with a barrage of threes, and it was over pretty quick. So we'll see how that plays out. Michigan, though, I think Alabama's going to have their hands full of Michigan. You have the former UAB Blazer, Yaxel Lindenberg, kind of leading the charge with that team. He was very sought after in the portal, and he picked Michigan. And ever since he put on the blue and gold, he has been absolutely eating people alive on the court. So it's been very interesting to watch that play out as well.
I think I had Michigan winning it all in my bracket. They're tough. They got size too.
Yeah, and the bracket that I have that's doing really good outside of the group, of course, I have them winning, and it's in the 94 percentile. So it's it was, looking good there for a minute, and then in the main group, and then of course we had some upsets that I was not expecting, like Florida. So, it's just it's March Madness. It's why they make them play a tournament, and it's just it's coming down to the wire, and it's been really fun to keep up with. But again, shout out to the everyone that submitted a bracket, and a special shout out to TJ Morgan, who is currently leading the bracket group at the moment.
All right,
with Duke as their national champ.
We'll see if he can hang on. All right, Hunter, plug away. Tell them what else you doing.
Yeah, so I have a show with The Barn. It is called The Barn Social Hour. I co-host that with Graham McLean. It is every Monday through Friday at 7 p.m. It's a lot of fun. And then, of course, helping you out with this podcast and the Tailgate Show, which is football season will be here before we know it. And I'm really excited about that.
Oh, I know it. The year is flying away. I can't believe we're already at right on the edge of the beginning of April. I mean, that's scary.
I know. Someone was like, yeah, tax season. I was like, April's already here already?
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Hunter, thank you very much, and appreciate all you do for the program. And we'll be right back in just a moment. Thank you for being a part of Bubba on the Lake.
You're listening to Bubba on the Lake.
Hit me bad.
A production of Intergalactic Pants and Tees.
Since 1965, Bice Motors has been Lake Martin area's home for Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram sales and service. For 60 years, families have trusted Bice Motors in Alexander City for honest deals, friendly service, and the best selection around. Our team of certified technicians services most all makes and models. Plus, we've got a tire center, parts department, and a full collision center to keep you rolling. Bice Motors, your hometown Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram dealer since 1965. In Alex City or online at bicemotors.com.
Buy it at Bice. Bice Motors.
Illuminate your night fishing adventures with the ultimate in submersible fishing light technology. The Green Monster Fishing Light attracts bait fish and game fish in all water environments. Turn any dock into a vibrant feeding frenzy. Compact, tough, and energy efficient. The Green Monster Fishing Light will provide endless hours of family entertainment and enhanced nighttime visibility for safe docking. No dock, no problem. With our 24-inch portable Green Monster Fishing Light, start landing trophy fish tonight. Visit thegreenmonsterfishinglight.com.
Well, folks, that will just about wrap it up for this edition, podcast number 51. I hope you enjoyed meeting Kirsten McCorkle. She is quite the sight, and she probably ought to have her own radio or TV show, truth be told. She is always fun, always glad, and enjoy meeting and talking to her. I hope you did too. Appreciate the bracket update from Hunter. Remember, that's still going on. $500 is up for grabs, a segment on the show. And you will be immortalized in Bubba's Contest Hall of Fame. And you will remain on the website forever and ever and a day. So hopefully that has stirred you to competition to fill out a bracket. But it's always fun. It's always exciting this time of year. And I think I hear Betty coming through. Betty, is that you? Hey, come here a minute. Never know who's coming through the studio here at Bubba on the Lake. Good morning, honey. How are you?
I'm good.
What are you doing?
I just dropped the little pups off at the vet for their little visit.
Our pups are requiring a lot of vet visits here lately, huh?
Well, they always have that once a year.
Got to get their shots, yeah.
Vaccine thing, yeah.
Got to keep the little wolves healthy, don't we?
Yep.
Yep.
And then the other one's got blood work every so often now. So here we go. So what's up here in the Meliella studio?
Well, we were just wrapping up podcast 51 here. We've enjoyed our visit with Kirsten. And Hunter has given us a bracket update. What's your plan for today? You look like you're dressed, ready to go. You don't have to hold that.
Of course, I'm going to play pickleball.
You were holding the microphone.
Well, you usually hold a microphone. Well, this one's lower than usual.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
I'm feel off here.
No,
or something.
it's fine. We can hear you great, as a matter of fact.
I am going to play pickleball, and then
I
will.
You got to be kidding me.
I got to get in here and do some laundry. That's what I had come in here to do, and got to clean a bathroom. Just the whole mundane Monday stuff.
The cleaning, the washing.
The pickleball, the dogs.
If you rattle in pots and pans a little bit, we'll have something, won't we?
Yeah. I may go out there and spray some weeds. I don't know.
I'll tell you
Ride the boat.
Nothing like being married to a country girl, can get the job done.
Yep.
Get out there, and work in the field, clean the house,
Gotta get
cook.
her done. I mean, we're up and early, and here we go.
And here I am in here playing with the podcast.
Yeah. Well, I had you out playing pickleball yesterday. That went well.
I did. An hour and a half worth.
I know. You did 30 more minutes than last time.
Yeah,
so
that was
good.
my second rehab stint on the pickleball court.
Yep.
So we're going to go again today.
If you want to go, yeah. He's become one of the laid-back ladies.
Yeah, now this is what's funny. Okay. And I wasn't planning on this segment being this long to talk about this, but allergies got me. When I talked to Hunter earlier, he's sniffing all the time.
Oh, no.
The group, and I'm not a real good pickleball player, okay? So the group I'm playing with is called
Laid Back Ladies.
And that would be what age group?
I'd say 50s, 60s, and maybe even an early 70-year-old. I can't really remember who all.
So that's who I'm playing pickleball against.
Oh,
okay.
yeah. Yeah, there are no 20-year-olds in this group, Thank goodness.
Hold your emails, folks. I know it looks funny. This is a rehab assignment. See,
yes, there was another guy there
up.
Playing with us yesterday, and then on the other court there were several guys,
Maybe y'all need to call it Laid Back Ladies and Friends.
Yes. Yeah, we may have to rename it because, we have guys drop in all the time, so.
I know the visual, just saying that. I was there. I know what it looks like, but just saying that and thinking what it looks like, I know people are loving that.
Oh, me. You enjoy it. I think you do anyway. You seem to enjoy being out there. So, whatever.
It's like tennis. I just don't have to run as far.
Yeah. That tennis court looked like a football field when I went back out there.
When you go back on it does. It
terrible.
Seems massive.
And the racket seems like it weighs 25 pounds and is, 5 feet long too.
Oh, man. That's funny. That's funny. All right, Betty. Well, thank you. And I'll, if I can get done here, I will go with you to Laid Back Ladies Pickleball.
All right.
And my whole goal, don't get injured.
Yep.
Don't care if I win or not. Don't get injured. That's the stage I'm at.
That's funny.
All right. Thank you, babe.
Thank you. I'm out of here.
She's out of here. She's going to do the cooking, the cleaning, and rattling them pots and pans. Betty Lou. Here we go. Thank you, dear. All right, folks, that is going to wrap it up for this edition. I want to remind you to subscribe, turn on notifications. We don't want you to miss anything on the show. Also, follow our social media, including Bubba on the Lake on Instagram. And folks, as always, I try to remind you of this, that we need you to help spread the word. Every week I run into somebody and they will say, Bubba, I sure miss you on the radio show. And I tell them, I appreciate that. I miss doing it also. And then I will ask them, are you listening to the podcast? And they say, no, I don't know how to get podcast or, whatever. So I try to show them on their phone. So if all of you that are listening will help somebody find the podcast, that would help us greatly. And we'll try to keep this thing moving forward. All right. Thank you very much for listening again this week. And hopefully we'll get through the allergy season here and get back to normal before long. So thank you all so much. I cannot express how much I appreciate you supporting this podcast, supporting our sponsors that support this podcast. Without them, it does not happen. So thank you very much. And until next time, when we sail into port, remember, God loves you, and so do we. Take care.
This podcast is brought to you in part by Russell Lands, Coke, Buffalo Wild Wings, Southern Immediate Care, Guaranteed Labels, Central State Bank, Sunrise Docks, Banker's Bounty, Dr. Thomas Dudney, and the Green Monster Fishing Light.
B-U-double-B-A on the lake, hey. Wishing I could listen to the show every day, hey. Gotta hear what Bubba and his buddies gotta say on B-U-double-B-A on the lake. In the mellow yellow studio, putting on a show. Betty say, what? She always on the go. We got Hunter Bus sitting at master control. Don't wanna miss a moment, cause Bubba's got the flow. B-U-double-B-A on the lake, hey. Wishing I could listen to the show every day, hey. Gotta hear what Bubba and his buddies gotta say on B-U-double-B-A on the lake, hey. B-U-double-B-A, hey. B-U-double-B-A, hey. B-U-double-B-A, hey. B-U-double-B-A on the lake, hey.